welcome to Deadly Dames. So recently Claire and I have been talking about, sort of reminiscing about when we were younger, because obviously we were born in the 80s and we sort of grew up 80s, 90s, early 90s, and we remember going on adventures into, because I'm from quite a small town, like into town or into the city, and finding treasures, so like VHS treasures. Like I remember travelling with my sister when we were early teens to other towns and to the city to go to Global and the Blockbusters and places like that, Tower Records in Glasgow, even charity shops, things like that, boot sales, and we'd find treasure. And we were sort of talking about how recently you don't have that anymore, so I suppose that's like a pro and con of, sort of like a con, that's the word I'm trying to say, the negative of the online, so that you can go online and you can find anything you want now, but, well, almost anything you want, but it just doesn't have the same magical feel of being able to find like a bargain in a shop. So today I had to go into town, and as I said, I'm from quite a small town, to pick up a prescription for my medication, and I thought, well, I've got time to kill because the pharmacist said it's going to be about an hour because we're busy. I thought I'm going to wander around about and look at charity shops and places like that and see if there's anything I can find. So this isn't a pick-up video, it's really just an improv. I bought stuff and Claire's going to kill me because she says I've got so much here to watch already, which I do. But it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same magical experience as being a kid, and obviously if you feel the same, let us know. I really only got 2 from charity shops. I did go into Computer Exchange and I bought, the prices are still on all of these, so you can see whether I'm a nutter and spent more money than I should have, but none of them were really expensive. So I bought this one called A Horrible Way to Die. I've actually never seen it. I've heard a lot about it. I know it's by like the same guy that did The House of the Devil, so I'm sure it's the same guy. Oh no, the same actor's in it. But I know I've definitely seen a movie by the director of this, so I picked it up in Blu Ray from Computer Exchange. Also got, and I know I've heard so many bad things about this movie, but I fancy giving it a go. Why not? For 75p I can risk it. Twix. I have heard so many bad things about it, but as I said, I'm willing to give it a go myself. And then this is an Arrow release. It's a killer animal one. I do like killer animal ones, even though like not all of them are that great. But again, it didn't get really good reviews, but I'll give it a go. And that is the pack. Really, when I went looking for things, I was looking for like an old horror film or even VHS. There's only really one charity shop in my town that does VHS now, but there was just nothing there. So I feel like I found stuff, but just nothing that I was really, really looking for. Then I went into a cash generators, and I actually do quite enjoy musicals. I'm not like the biggest fan in the world of them, but I do quite enjoy watching them. So I picked up this Phantom of the Opera. It was 50p. It's like a special edition one, so it comes like in this slip, but I do quite enjoy Phantom of the Opera. I really love like listening to the show Phantom of the Opera, which a lot of folk will be like, what? But I do enjoy it. So, and I enjoyed this take on it, so 50p I don't mind. And then this was actually quite a recent film that came out, so I was a bit surprised when I seen it in cash generators for $1.99, but because it is quite a good movie. It's fast paced and it keeps you going the whole way through, and that was Hardcore Henry. So again, whoa, that music just suddenly got really loud. For £1.99, I was going to pick it up eventually anyway, so quite happy to have that. And then really the only 2 that I actually got from a charity shop, and it's funny because I went out with the purpose of looking for a horror film and really didn't buy, other than the Computer Exchange ones, really didn't get a horror film. But yeah, the only ones I got from a charity shop was 21 Jump Street. Really, because I've never seen it. And I kept waiting for it to come on Netflix, and 22 Jump Street's on Netflix, but not this one. So it was 50p, so I thought I'm going to get it so I can watch this one, and then I'll watch the second one on Netflix. And this is the one I was most excited about, Uncle Buck. It's been so long since I've seen Uncle Buck. And John Candy's he's a comic genius, so I thought I'm going to pick this up for 50p, give it a go again. Case is a little bit smooshed, but for 50p doesn't bother me. But I don't know, I just didn't, the only time I ever feel that magic from childhood when, sorry, excuse me, when me and my sister used to run into Global Video or we used to have one called Movie Express, and we used to run in there because that was like Movie Express came out round about the start of DVDs. And you know the funniest thing is when the very first DVD players came out, they used to do like a deal. So you buy like a DVD player and you maybe get like a 10-pack of double feature, really cheap, copied straight over from VHS to DVD movies. And some of those movies, that is like the only way you can get them now, which is mental. But you actually pay a lot of money for those ones now because that is the only way you can get them. But yeah, that used to be the cheapest way of getting a DVD player. But Movie Express sort of started up round about that boom, and I just remember going in there and buying all these horror films that I'd never seen before because obviously we didn't have all them in VHS over here. But I used to love going to Blockbusters, Global, Asrad, all these places and just buying VHS and DVDs when they first started coming out. But you don't really get that now. The only time, like, I remember I used to travel to this wee shop where the guy had, like, and I'm not joking, like, his walls were made up of VHS and DVDs, and he even had, like, figures, because I remember when I first met Claire, I took her there, and we bought loads of Resident Evil figures. She's a big Resident Evil fan, if you haven't guessed, and that shop doesn't exist anymore. It's the same as, like, I've got quite a lot of vinyl that is hard to get now, but I bought it from this little shop that, again, doesn't exist anymore, which is a shame, because these places, like, hold a magical place for me. I know I'm totally ranting, but the only time I get that feeling now is by going to places like HorrorCon or Film and Comic Con, and it is a shame. But anyway, that prompted me to go on this little see what I can find for a bargain shopping trip. And if any of yous can remember days like that where you used to go shopping or out just for an improv look and find a treasure, or if anybody has like a recent hunting video where they've went, oh my god, I have actually found a treasure, let me know, put a link in there so I can watch it. But as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and take care.